today's praying conference for citizens. Let us pray.
Mark, prayer. Mamaya na yung Mark.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today for our procurement activity, allow us to glorify you and give you thanks for the gift of life and wisdom. Thank you for allowing our partners in the construction industry to participate in this activity and giving us the opportunity to work with them. Send your Holy Spirit to guide us as we go on with this activity, removing all doubts and malice as we proceed to work for an orderly and successful procurement activity. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Will the Backsec please do a roll call for acknowledgement?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone, including our Zoom meeting participants and our social media viewers. For today's private conference, October 17, 2023, for two projects funded under calamity, we have with us the following present. Abbag members, Quirino, Aileen Domingo, Alan Tamelio, Oben Aldana, Noemi Galingan, and Chester Paul Tacadena. From the Back Secretariat, Brenda Cardinal, Sayus Bunga, Joel Tiguan, Eva Lavlin Rosben, Larry Naman, and Ray Agustin. From the Technical Working Group, Michelle Anumenyo, Efren Galingan, Maria Ramadal Galingan, and Madonna Barabay. From our observers, from the COA, Mr. Pedro Mapud Jr., we have also invited the President of the Philippine Constructors Association, Mr. Wilfredo L. Sena, and the Executive Director of the Philippine Green Building Council, Ms. Maria Ana Tongon. For the record, Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Therefore, we have a call. We will now proceed for the business for the day. The discussion, clarification, explanation, and other matters. The eligibility requirements, the technical component of the contract to begin.
Mark.
Once again, good morning. Today is October 17, 2023, and we are here to conduct planning conference to discuss pertinent details for the procurement of two IFA projects funded under NDRRMF or Calamity Fund. First project is the repair restoration improvement along junction Abbag-Nagtipunan-Nueva Vizcaya Road via Dupax, kilometer 413 plus 300, kilometer 413 plus 359. Contract ID 23BK0130, location San Pugo, Nagtipunan, Quirino. Scope of works, repair maintenance of road. Approved budget for the contract, 14,890,912 pesos. Project duration, 160 calendar days. Cost of living documents, 25,000 pesos. Income license category, CND, size range, small B. Second project is the repair restoration improvement along junction Abbag-Nagtipunan-Nueva Vizcaya Road via Dupax, kilometer 412 plus 969 to 413 plus 000. Contract ID 23BK0131, location San Pugo, Nagtipunan, Quirino. Scope of works, repair maintenance of road. Approved budget for the contract, 7,030,025 pesos. Project duration, 90 calendar days. Cost of building documents, 10,000 pesos. Income license category, CND, size range, small b. This project reference is to discuss, clarify, and explain, among other things, the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial component of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders before and during the private conference. It is conducted not earlier than 7 calendar days from the posting of invitation to bid and at least 12 calendar days before the deadline of submission of bids. Supplemental or bulletin is issued to answer questions or requests for clarifications or interpretation, and upon past initiative to clarify or modify any provisions of the bidding documents. It is posted in the PhilJEPs and the DPWH websites and at our bidding board at least 7 calendar days before the deadline of bid submission. It is the duty of the prospective bidders to always check the websites for any issued bulletins. In the receipt and opening of bids, bids submitted should be on the date, time, and either at the physical address or through online submission specified in the advertisement through a single stage to envelope system. Bids should be valid for a period not exceeding 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. The first envelope must contain the eligibility requirements and the technical component, and the second envelope must contain the financial component. In the sealing and marking of bids, enclose the original eligibility and technical documents in one sealed envelope marked original technical component, and the other original financial component in another sealed envelope marked original financial component. Same will be done with the copies, copy number 1 and copy number 2. Seal both in an outer envelope marked original bid. The original technical and financial envelopes and the copy envelope shall be contained in one main envelope. The original and copies shall be typed or written in ink and shall be signed by the bidder or its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall have the required information, the name of the contract to be bid, name and address of the bidder, recipient, or the procuring entity, and a warning, do not open before the specified time and date. Same will be done with electronically submitted bids. Bids must be encrypted and password protected. The electronic submission and receipt of bids is governed by DPWH Resolution Number 9, Series of 2020. It uses a two-factor security procedure consisting of an archive format compression and password protection to ensure the security, integrity, and confidentiality of the bids submitted. It allows the password-protected bidding documents on opening date and time. The password for accessing the file will be disclosed by the bidder only during the actual opening, which may be done in person or face-to-face through video conferencing, webcasting, or similar technology. It is capable of generating an audit trail of transactions to ensure the security, integrity, and authenticity of bid submissions. The sealing and marking of bids, unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes will be rejected, while improperly sealed and marked bid envelopes will be accepted. Same will be done for electronically submitted bids, not compressed and password protected will be rejected, while properly compressed and password protected will be accepted, provided that the bidder or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The bank shall assume the responsibility for the displacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or for its premature opening. Bids submitted after the deadline shall not be accepted. For bids submitted electronically, the Bank Secretariat shall generate a bid receipt page for the official time of submission, which can be saved or printed by the bidder upon receipt of the first and second envelope. All bids may be modified before the deadline of submission of bids. A letter of withdrawal must be received prior to the deadline for submission and receipt of bids. A withdrawing bidder is not allowed to submit another bid. For bids withdrawn between the interval between the deadline and the expiration of bid validity, the bid security shall be forfeited. In case the submitted bids cannot be opened as scheduled due to justifiable reasons, the bank shall take custody of said bids and reschedule the opening of the next working day or at the soonest possible time through the issuance of a notice of postponement to be posted in the PhilJEP's website and at the DPWH website. In the opening and preliminary examination of bids, the bank shall open the bids in public immediately after the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. In the opening of the first envelope, checking the presence or absence of the submitted documents against a checklist of required documents using an undiscretionary pass or fail criterion. In the opening of the second envelope, only second envelopes of bidders whose first envelope was rated pass will be opened. Bids with missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient and or bid price exceeding the ETC shall be rated failed. Same will be applied for an electronic copy that cannot be opened or is corrupted shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. Only bidders whose both first and second envelopes were rated pass will be run. In the opening and evaluation of the first envelope, it must contain the eligibility requirements, such as the legal, financial, and technical, its bid security, the technical specifications, and the omnibus term of statement. For the Class A documents under legal, must be the PhilJEP Certificate of Registration Certificate from SEC, BPI, or CDA, Mayor or Business Permit, and the tax clearance. For the technical, the statement of all ongoing contracts and the statement of single largest completed contract. And for the financial, the net financial contracting capacity or its committed line of credit, and the audited financial statement is stamp received by the BIR. Under the Class B document is a valid pickup license or special pickup license for JP, and a registration for the type and cost of a contract to be bid should be valid at the time of the deadline for submission and the opening of bids. For the PhilJEP Certificate of Registration and Membership, all bidders shall upload and maintain at PhilJEP's current and updated file of the following Class A eligibility documents under Section 23.1A and 24.1A. Such as the registration certificate, the mayor or the business permit, the tax clearance, pickup license and registration, and the audited financial statement. For the business or the mayor's permit, a recently expired business or mayor's permit shall be accepted together with the official receipt as proof that the bidder has applied for renewal within the period prescribed by the concerned LGU. However, the renewed permit shall be submitted as a post-qualification requirement in accordance with Section 34.2 of the 2016 IRR of RA 9184. For the tax clearance, submission of BIR receipt for renewal of tax clearance will not suffice in lieu of a valid tax clearance requirement, since substitution is not allowed under Section 34.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. Submission of provisionary tax clearance issued by the BIR for bidding purposes is not acceptable form of tax clearance per GPPB Resolution Number 1, Series of 2014. For the single largest calculated contract, the SLCC completed shall be similar to the contract to be bid or has the same major categories of work. The SLCC value should be at least 50% of the ABC to be bid upon adjustment to current prices using the PSA consumer price indices. Contractors under small A and small B categories without similar experience on the contract may participate if the cost of the contract to bid is not more than the allowable range of contract cost of their registration. For the statement of all ongoing contracts, statement of the bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. For the pickup license, temporary pickup license shall not be accepted as an eligibility or documentary requirement in lieu of a valid pickup license. For the audited financial statement showing among others, the bidder's total and current assets and liabilities stamp received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. For the net financial contracting capacity, then excessive value should be at least equal to the ABC to be bid. It is computed as the current assets minus the current liabilities multiplied by the factor K minus the value of all outstanding or uncompleted portions of the projects under ongoing contracts, including awarded contracts yet to be started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. The constant factor K is set at 15 regardless of contract duration. For the eligibility requirements under Class B is the requirement for the joint ventures. A valid pickup license or special pickup license for JV and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid should be valid at the time of the deadline for the submission and receipt of bid. All co-venturers shall submit their legal documents, while any of the co-venturers shall submit technical and financial documents. Each partner of the joint venture shall submit the FILJEP certificate of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the 2016 IRR of RA 9184. For the bid security, bidders must submit bid security to guarantee that the successful bidder shall within 10 calendar days from the receipt of the notice of award enter into contract with the procuring entity and furnish the performance security required. Only one form of bid security among the allowed forms is required to be submitted by the participating bidders. May it be cash or treasurer's check, bank guarantee, draft or revocable letter of credit, or a surety bond callable upon demand, accompanied by certification from the Insurance Commission or the bid security declaration. For the project requirements, it must contain the following: the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors' personnel, such as the project manager, project engineer, materials engineer, and foreman, to assign the contract to be bid, with their complete qualification and experience data, and the list of contractors' major equipment units, which are owned, leased, and are under purchase agreement, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. For the revised omnibus term statement form, statement number 3 was revised and the addition of the statement number 10, which states that in case advance payment was made or given, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient ground to constitute criminal liability for swindling or the commission of fraud with unfaithfulness or abuse of confidence through misappropriating or converting any payment received by a person or entity under an obligation involving the duty to deliver certain goods or services to the prejudice of the public and the government of the Philippines pursuant to Article 315 of Act Number 3815, Series of 1930 as amended, or the revised penal code. For the contents of the second envelope, first is the financial bid form, including bid prices and bill of quantities, as well as applicable price schedules and other documents required in the bidding documents. In the detailed evaluation of bids, its purpose is to determine the lowest calculated bid by establishing correct calculated prices of bids and ranking calculated total bid prices from lowest to highest. An discretionary criterion shall be used, which shall include consideration of completeness of bids and minor arithmetical corrections. Result shall be contained in the abstract of bids as calculated. Placing no price is considered as non-responsive, while specifying a zero or dash means it is offered for free. And in case of discrepancies, bid price in figures versus bid price in words, bid price in words shall prevail. A total price per item versus unit price for the item multiplied by its quantity, the latter shall prevail. A stated total price versus the actual sum of prices for the component items, the latter shall prevail. Unit cost and the detailed estimate versus the unit cost and the bill of quantities, the latter shall prevail. No contact rule, which means prohibition on communication with bidders from bid evaluation until award of the contract. The conduct of cost qualification, its purpose is to determine whether the lowest calculated bid complies with and is responsive to all requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents to be declared the lowest calculated and responsive bid. A non-discretionary pass or fail criterion shall be used to verify, validate, and ascertain all statements and documents submitted by the lowest calculated bid. For the award of the contract shall be awarded to the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid at its submitted price or total calculated bid price, whichever is lower. The bank shall notify all other bidders of its recommendation to whom award the contract to LCRB within 3 calendar days from the issuance of the resolution recommending award. The hope shall have at most 15 calendar days to decide whether or not to approve or disapprove said recommendation. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the procurement unit, DPWH, Quirino District Engineering Office, and inspect the bidding documents during weekdays from October 7 to 31, 2022. The complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders from October 7 at our office upon payment of an applicable fee. Deadline for the submission of bids is on October 31, 2023, not later than 10 a.m. Number of bid proposals to be submitted, 1 original and 2 duplicate copies. For place of submission of bids for manual submission, at Procurement Unit, DPWH, Quirino District Engineering Office, Cabarugis, Quirino, and for electronic submission at electronicbids_Quirino at dpwh.gov.ph. For further information, please refer to Engineer Brenda D. Carbonell, Officer in Charge, Procurement Unit, at email address carbonell.brenda@dpwh.gov.ph. Thank you and good morning.
Report is Project IG Name and Location 23 PK 0130 Repair Improvement Along Abbag-Nagtipunan-Nueva Vizcaya Road, Dupax SO 4764 KO 413 plus 300 to KO 413359 and less lane SS San Pugo-Nagtipunan, Quirino. Sponsors FY 2023 NDRRF Fund under Republic of RA number 11936 GA. Appropriation of the project 15,431,000. Total project duration 160 calendar days. Approved. budget cost ABC 14,890,950 pesos. Target 900. Target of the project will be 991.50 square meter, composed of retaining wall and sheet pipe. This is the approved plan. This is the description of work and quantity as per plan. B.5 is the item number B5, project billboard or signboard. Quantity is 4 each. B7 2 occupational safety and health program 5.33 months. Then B8 2 traffic management 5.33 months. B9 mobilization of the mobilization 1 lump sum. Then 1016 removal of structure and obstruction concrete 527.63 cubic meter. 1013 B5 removal of structure actual structural obstruction 0.28 feet PCCP and reinforced 305.55 square meter. 1022 surface common excavation 195 cubic meter. 1031A structural excavation common soil 727 cubic meter. 1033 foundation fill 24.57 cubic meter. 1042D embankment from barrow triangle coarse material 360 cubic meter. 1051A subgrade preparation common material 305.6 square meter. 201 201 aggregate sub-base course 62 cubic meter. 311 1E1 Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.28 meter thick 14 to 14 days 305.6 square meter. 406 structural sheet piles varnish 1764 meter. 412 structural sheet piles driven 1764 meter. 4041A reinforced steel grade 40 17,775.23 kilogram. 405 183 structural concrete 20.68 MPa plus 8 at 28 days 202.23 cubic meter. Then 5061 stone masonry 16.75 cubic meter. The approved count. This is the sample pictures of the proposed project. Regional project. Project ID, name and location. Second project, 23BK0131, repair restoration improvement along junction Abbag-Nagtipunan-Nueva Vizcaya Road via Dupax SO 4762LJ. PO 412 plus 969. PO 413 plus 00, right date, San Pugo, Nagtipunan, Quirino. Sponsors as same as the first project FY 2023 and there are N1 under the Republic Act RA number 11936 AA. Appropriation 7,285,000. The total project duration 90 calendar days. Approved budget cost ABC 7,030,025 pesos. Target will be work 400 240 square meter composed of gabion and sheet pipe. This is the approved plan. This is the summary of quantities and the item number, description of end quantity and unit. B5 project people framework for each. B7-1 professional safety and health program 3 months. B8-1 traffic management 3 months. B9 mobilization to mobilization 1 lump sum. 1016 removal structures and obstruction concrete 240.40 square meter. 1013 B5 removal of factory structures or obstruction 0.28 meter thick PCCP and reinforced 174.60 square meter. 1032 surplus common excavation 121 cubic meter. 1031A structure cost excavation common size 340 cubic meter. 1042B encampment from gravel coarse material 51 cubic meter. 1051A subgrade preparation common material 179.10 square meter. 201 aggregate sub-base force 37 cubic meter. 311 1E1 Portland concrete cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.28 meter thick at 14 days 179.10 square meter. 106 structural steel sheet pipes varnish 720 meter. 412 structural steel sheet pipes driven 720 meter. 401A reinforcing steel grade 40 261.44 kilograms. 405-188 structural concrete 20.68 MPa Class A at 28 days 11.52 cubic meter. 5061 stone masonry 16.75 cubic meter. 511-180 gabions 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meter metallic coated 460 cubic meter. 511 3 filter cloth 352 square meter. This is the typical cross section sa plan. Approved pa. This is the picture of the proposed project. Let's end my presentation.
Any question concerning of the proposed project? There is none, so any announcement?
For the information of everyone, there is scheduled pre-bid on October 19, Thursday at 9 a.m. FY 2024 VIP road projects. That's all, and thank you.
Thank you. Meeting is now adjourned.